Bobby Rossi.
Oh, yeah, indeed. A matchup marred in controversy. It is just enveloped in it. You know, we talk about tag team gold and how it can bring people together and how it can also divide them. And you're looking at a clear example of how it can divide people. Stephen Lust had been known to tag up with Nick Marchand for the better part of 2025. And then his other tag team partner from the rest of the circuit, AJP, just happened to be at the right place at the right time. The one show that Nick Marchand was not a part of, and he found himself being the third wheel, having to defend a championship title that he was responsible for, but yet didn't really have ownership to, and had to defend. It's a weird situation for Nick Marchand, to say the least.
You said it, weird situation, but the question is, you talked about partners in different aspects. Where is his mindset going to this one? Referee, special guest. He's calling it down the middle tonight. But is there going to be any bias?
You would imagine so. You would imagine so. But I mean, I know the Stephen Lust that I know is a guy that really does fight for fairness. He's turned over a new leaf since a couple, 3 years ago. And seeing as how it's just two better buds going at it, he probably just wants to make sure that there's not going to be any sort of chicanery, if you will.
Introducing first, Renegade Colorado, bringing it at 200 pound back. It is the showman, Nick Marchand.
Fashion statement too right there from Nick Marchand.
A very New Mexican getup, if you ask me. But the showman here, the showman is a man of many talents. You know, he's not just a competitor. He is an active musician. He's an artist of multiple forms. But we've seen him really grow as a person here at the RWA. We've seen him develop as more than just a talent. There are many shades, there are many layers to the one Nick Marchand.
Getting in the best shape of his life, I believe entering bodybuilding now. Getting absolutely jacked, added to the resume. We talk about music, wrestling, bodybuilding, former champion. But when you talk the RWA, this guy has done it all in the RWA. Won all the championships. Recently, the tag team championships. Him and Stephen Lust had 3 matches as a team, became champs. That's like unheard of.
Wow, you're talking about a former 5-time tag team champion as being one half of the student body. That's for Nick Marchand. He can tag up with anyone. The entitled AJP, he entitles himself to calling the RWA his home. And let's face it, this truly is one of the places that he's grown up over time. I've watched it happen over the course of 10, 15 years. This young man has had wrestling inside of his blood, his heart, and his soul since day one of meeting him.
He's gave everything to this business. AJP coming out here. You talk about a 5-time tag team champion Nick Marchand is held with the student body. AJP's resume goes beyond pro wrestling. You talk about 3 of the best RWA has to offer. What didn't work about this team?
I think it's a matter of putting too many alphas together in a closer proximity. I really do. You know, AJP claims that Nick Marchand's head wasn't in the game, that he was all about himself trying to get moments for a highlight reel in the matchup. I don't think that was the case at all. I think Nick Marchand, unsure of himself, was still trying to not fold under the pressure of defending a championship title. This is a miscommunication, snowballed to the nth degree, in my opinion.
Stephen Lust trying his best to be unbiased and lay the law down. Nick Marchand, AJP gonna go down. And you hear it, Stephen Lust very upset the actions that happened last show, losing the RWA Tag Team Championships. But now, do you think this match will settle it all? Do you think this match will put it to rest?
I don't think so. I really don't. I think this is just another wrinkle in time, to be honest with you. I mean, here it is. It's already kind of turned into a pissing contest. Who the crowd likes more. You hope at the end of this contest that the score is settled between these two, but there is clearly a bath full of bad blood between AJP and Nick Marchand.
Nick Marchand, big elbows, followed by some big strikes right there, knocking AJP down. It's the look of Stephen Lust. He's doing a good job being a referee, pro wrestler or not. He's telling Nick Marchand, no close fists. He knows what he's doing.
Well, the thing of it is, like, these officials, you know, they see competition from their point of view. But when you have competed, you know the lengths that these men will go to. You know the depths that they'll sink to. Oh!
Come on.
That was a well-placed right hand. No, it wasn't Nick Marchand's fault that AJP was jaw-jacking with the referee. And the displeasantries continue to be tossed in this three-way dance. I'm sorry. I know Lust is doing a right job of calling it down the middle and all, but there are too many personal sentiments floating around the ring right now.
It seems like anytime any participant makes a maneuver, they have to let somebody else know about it. In this case, any move he's doing, he's letting Stephen Lust know about it, looking right at him as he makes the count.
Yeah, now there are bad intentions being strewn about here at official Chris Sanders. But our camera doesn't get it, but I just want to know. I just want to let the crowd know. Padre 316 is walking around with a glow on his face as if he just said mass and finished the bottle of wine. The competition continues to get morose here in the ring, though. Oh, very nicely placed back elbow cover here. And Nick Marchand cannot hold down the entitled one.
Bobby Ross, let me ask you, you've seen AJP since the beginning. It's that grit, it's determination. What has been the transformation from AJP? We've seen RWA championship runs, hype titles, tag titles. He has done it all, but right now in this day and age, who is AJP?
AJP is, for the first time in a long time, not that little boy that loves wrestling. He is a young man. He is hot on his pursuits, both in competition and in business outside of the ring. There's a lot more on his plate. He's not just looking for the approval of the crowd. He's not just looking for the vindication of his father's approval. This young man has his own goals and his own objectives in mind. That's the difference that I see. Nick Marchand, on the other hand, completely focused and looking to get the better of AJP in this contest. Really starting to rain down those close fists.
And you said it earlier, AJP is now looking for that approval, but it's the showman who wants Stephen Lust to be aware of every move he does as he's taking advantage of AJP.
Oh, very well placed. I'm surprised that he didn't throw off his jawline. Cover here, 2.5, says Stephen Lust. What message do you think Nick Marchand is trying to send to Stephen Lust?
It's kind of a weird situation because, like you said, he wasn't here. He'd let AJP and Stephen Lust handle it. In fact, it wasn't even originally supposed to be an RWA Tag Team Championship match when they won. Nick had the match won earlier, told he was going on tour. He left the building. He comes back and his tag team partner is champions with another guy with the dynamics of everything prior to this. How would you react to it?
I wouldn't know how. I honestly wouldn't know how to react. I think Nick Marchand has held his composure as best as he can amidst whatever resentment he may feel. But now AJP seems to be getting the better of Marchand in these exchanges. Oh!
AJP, one of his signatures, hitting the rope, sending Nick flying, and the entitled one is in the driver's seat.
We haven't seen the escape hatch take place in a while. Very well placed, and it certainly jarred Nick Marchand, to say the least. The young man continues his assault. Cover. 2 3/4, says Stephen Lust. AJP is a performer in just about every aspect of professional wrestling. But knowing that Nick Marchand performs not just in the ring, but outside of it, maybe that eats at him.
Oh, AJP folding those hands, looking for shades of JT Dunn with that death by elbow.
Formerly an understudy of the unit. He's winding it up.
Death, no!
By drop kick. Very well placed by Marchand.
Insane vertical, not done yet. Fireman's carry, drilling him down.
2.9, says Steven Lust. This match will continue, folks, and it has been neck and neck. This has been a true battle of one-upmanship since the opening bell.
I've been known the fact to be a betting man at times, but in this match, the odds are completely even. You can't even place a bet. But speaking of making a bet right now, what is going on?
I believe that Marchand is convinced that Steven Lust has got a bias towards AJP. You talked about him grilling him with every maneuver that he laid out in this matchup. Now it seems as if he's lost his top. There is a true contempt between all three of these men. This is not going to bode well for anyone. Arguing with a referee has never reversed a call.
Telling the referee to shut his mouth. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Bobby Rossi. You've been a referee before.
Yeah, that's like telling the judge to take a short walk off a long cliff, you know what I mean? Steven Lust trying to talk to him like a friend and like a tag team partner. That's not your place. That's not your place in this matchup.
Trying to compose himself as a referee, but there's only so much he can handle.
I believed in you because you're a fake yourself.
Every bit of Lust's authority has been challenged in this matchup.
Because you're a piece of crap just like me. I'm not letting you in.
Oh, now he's put his hands on him. Marchand had a level head going into this, but he's lost his top. AJP in the corner. Could have been pinned several times over, but Nick Marchand, consumed by his emotions.
Swing and a miss. The perfect strangers. No. Bobby Rossi, what happened to the ref calling it down the middle?
Jeez Louise. Look, this matchup was, we went into this matchup knowing that there was going to be some chicanery, what have you, but I got to be honest. I think Nick Marchand got the short end of the stick here.
AJP and Nick Marchand gave it everything that they had back and forth, but it was at the very end where something just ticked about Nick Marchand, and he let Steven Lust have it. And at the very end, you said it, yelling at referee is one thing, but putting your hands on him, he drew the short end of that stick, and it was the perfect strangers who met Marchand in the middle, and your winner, AJP.
Folks, the bad blood brewing between these three, I feel, has not come to an end. Only time will tell, but you're going to have to join us and see for yourself. Folks, don't you go anywhere. We've got more encore action on tap for you. Lest we forget, our championship title, the RWA championship title, will be up for grabs. Don't go anywhere.